Insecurity. Insecurity is something many people experience, right? And it actually makes problems worse in a relationship, definitely not better. Everybody wants a partner to love them without a condition. But those who need such acceptance are usually very insecure, and thus they actually mess up their own chances at finding happiness. So a lot of people, when they're feeling down, they actually get their self-esteem through their partner's love and support, right? So feeling emotionally insecure is often related to the feelings of being inadequate or feeling worthless, okay? And this makes people feel not worthy of love. It makes them feel that they're not supposed to be happy, and that even satisfaction might not happen with their partner. And in a lot of cases, insecurity is actually born from past pain and rejection, things that we have experienced in our life. And as people are insecure, they actually don't feel good enough to be with someone because their hurt and their rejection that they felt in the past, perhaps from their past relationships, perhaps from their families, right? And a lot of insecure relationships suffer the risk of being cheated on, believe it or not. And of course, the fear that one may leave them for something better. Past insecurities cause a lot of people to expect that a man or a woman might not be faithful, so they don't give their partners 100%. So people can leave their partners on the side and they're waiting for the main man or maybe the main woman to leave them because the person can feel they secretly want something better. So for me, the best way to become, to overcome insecurity is to actually speak honestly about it and not to be ashamed to admit it. Because a person that is good for you is going to accept that trait on you, right? And if he or she is worthy, will offer their love and support and help you overcome it as long as you're open up in wanting to change this about you, right? You need to learn to accept who you are, okay? Love who and how the universe created you, or you might even call it God. But remember to always be mindful of where you can improve in life, right? It's all about accepting who you are and about attracting the right person to help you on your journey to grow. So every single person out there has amazing, they have amazing values and worth, okay? You have to have faith in yourself. People out there that put you down and make you feel anything less than that, these are people who really have deeper issues than you, right? And they actually just find weaknesses within you and they might fight with you. Okay, and these people are not good for you. You need to be confident in who you are and have faith. Because a person that is insecure has more room for improvement than a person who might consider themselves, oh, they're so perfect and they don't have any flaws, right? A person who is considered weak on the inside is itself in a beauty that man cannot see, as they have no depth in their lives, right? You need to focus on the other wonderful abilities you might possess. Perhaps you might have love, you might have patience, you might have compassion, you might be a sensitive person and have sensitivity, and all these other things that actually make you, right? And stop putting masks to hide up your insecurities. Because many people bring out wrong images. They want so much not to be insecure that they portray something that they're not just to be able to fit in. And this makes a whole lot of mess, okay? This is actually going to create more problems in your life, right? And a lot of people show their insecurities through pride, right? There's lots and lots of ego involved. People can be in denial. They can, be buying excessive things. They might be like excessively, interested in cars and clothing and in I don't know, going out to clubs, excessive sex, lust, blah, 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 right? A person that is willing to be true to themselves is actually going to get better results than a person that hides behind closed doors, because authenticity is always the way. And I'm going to let life teach you that if you're open to learning. So another thing is to stop thinking negatively about yourself, right? You need to call yourself what you truly are. Now, you might even get to the point that you might even push a good person away because you're letting your insecurities run you and punish them for the wrong things other people did to you. And you need to ask yourself, why do you tend to attract the wrong people in your life, right? You need to be able to write down specific things about yourself that you possess. For example, you might be a clingy person, you might be a needy person, or perhaps, you might be a person that uses substances, right? And then you should be able to write solutions down on how you can actually solve these problems, such as speaking with somebody that can help you, perhaps finding ways to discontinue those substance abuses, perhaps finding ways to exercise, dieting, finding a hobby, or making, hanging around more positive people, right? Because the universe out there has a way of matching us up with the right person who can show us where there is an imbalance in our way of being. So take, for example, an angry person can they can often end up with the scaredy cat who can't stand up to them, okay? And the abuser can end up with the abusee. So we're always attracting people who teach us a lesson that we need to learn. Okay, and sometimes those lessons are the fucking most painful ever, right? So if you're a type of person who attracts angry people into your life, you need to ask yourself why this is, right? It could be that you might need to get some boundaries and start respecting yourself more, right? And you also need to give yourself some grace, right? As my friend says, because it could be that you grew up around a lot of angry people in your life and you never learned how to deal with these angry people. And the universe is always sending you another chance to face up to these challenges. So if you're always attracting partners who need your help and they rely on you too much, maybe it's a call for you to be able to hear, so you can be able to heal your desire to change and make projects of other people. So if your past partners have been too controlling in your lives, perhaps, you can address what in you likes to be controlled. So recognizing the lessons from our past is a healing process in itself. So if you attract angry, non-committal people, there will be a frequency in your energy field which resonates with anger or even perhaps a lack of commitment, okay? Because the people around us are also reflections of us, whether that be good or whether that be bad. And if you're always dissatisfied with less than perfect partners, then the real issue is that you are not entirely accepting of yourself and even not putting boundaries,